Crypto holders, this is the moment of truth. Bitcoin's price is now breaking down below the bottom side of this Fibonacci golden zone. And if you've been watching my channel for the last couple weeks, you know that this is a make it or break it moment here for the crypto market. And so in today's video, I'm going to go over exactly what is happening, why it's so important, and exactly what you need to be watching right now. So as I mentioned before, if you have been watching my channel for the last couple weeks, you know that we have been watching very closely this golden zone of support right here between $91,000 and $83,000. I've told you all consistently, listen, while Bitcoin's price is above this golden zone, or even within this golden zone, I'm not really all too concerned. I think there's a world in which Bitcoin's price can try to find some support, use that support to push back up towards, say, $100,000 to $115,000 and give us another chance towards the upside, as long as, again, we're above the golden zone. But if Bitcoin's price falls below the golden zone, that starts to get really scary really fast for the market as a whole. Because historically speaking, when Bitcoin's price falls below the golden zone, in every single other bull market, the bull market has been confirmed to be over. In every single other instance, when Bitcoin's price has come back down to its regional and macro golden zone and fallen through it, it has then come back, fell below that previous regional low, and then entered into some sort of bear market in every single bull market previously. Okay, you combine that with the fact that we're now down below the 50-week moving averages and exponential moving averages, you're in a situation where a bear market becomes incredibly likely. So because of that, I've told you, listen, you got to watch the golden zone closely. And if we go ahead and we zoom in real close, you can see what's happening right now as Bitcoin's price is now at the very bottom side of this golden zone, currently now below it, trying to work itself back in. Now, it is too early to tell whether or not this golden zone is going to break. So at the time of recording this, look, it's only 6:44 in the morning right now. So at the time of recording this, it's still too early to tell. The market has to open, the market has to close. There's a lot that has to happen before we know whether or not the golden zone is being broken out of. But I need you all to watch so closely whether or not Bitcoin's price can recover back above $83,000, not only just today, but before Sunday night as well when we get the weekly close. Because if Bitcoin's price can get the weekly close above $83,000, there is still a world in which Bitcoin is just coming back down, retesting the golden zone, and using the golden zone to try to spring back up towards the upside. Now, does that spring back up towards the upside take us to a new all-time high? I don't know about that, guys. It's going to be a little bit difficult at this point. But could this spring back towards the upside take us back up to, say, $100,000 to liquidate all of these billions of dollars in short trades? Oh, absolutely. That definitely can happen. And it's happened multiple times in history. As I've told you before, the golden zone will tell you everything because there are other markets in which Bitcoin's price has been at an all-time high, come back to the golden zone, use the golden zone to spring back up towards another all-time high. So it absolutely can happen, but it relies on Bitcoin being able to close back above $83,000. So as I mentioned before, this is the moment of truth. I mean it too. This is the moment of truth. Bitcoin's price being able to recover back above 83K and using this zone to push back upwards, we're in a good spot. Bitcoin falls below $83,000 on the daily close and the weekly close. Guys, I think the best thing to do at that given point is just accept that there is a much higher likelihood at that point that we are now entering into a bear market than there is the chance that we're going to push back up towards an all-time high. I would say the odds at that point, if we start closing officially below the golden zone, go down to about 70-30. 70% chance bear market, 30% chance bull market. That's how important this zone is. And the only reason there would even be a 30% chance is because Bitcoin still technically wouldn't have put in the new lower low, which means that the macro uptrend is still intact. While Bitcoin is above $76,000, it is still in a macro uptrend, setting in higher lows and higher highs. But at that given point, at that given point, if Bitcoin comes back down here, we still haven't created a macro downtrend. The second that you fall below this previous low, it's like a 10% chance that you recover at that point and you start trying to push back. It's very, very difficult because now you're in a macro downtrend. So at this given point, we still do have a chance. There still is a possibility that Bitcoin's price holds its 83K and tries to push back up towards the top side. But again, if this fails, not super good. Okay. Now, why do I think that there's still a chance? Well, you just have to consider everything that's happening right now. First and foremost, there are not many liquidations sat below us. By not many, I mean almost none. You look at the 30-day, there's like 300 million to the downside compared to 12.4 billion to 103, which is one of the biggest imbalances that I've ever seen before in crypto history. In addition to that, you go look at your weekly RSI, for example. Boom. The weekly RSI is now at the lowest level that it's been at since we bottomed out in the very last bear market. In addition to that, you go look at your Bollinger Bands, for example. We are now more extended outside of the weekly Bollinger Band than we have ever been before in crypto history, meaning that this is one of the sharpest declines and fastest volatility-based declines that we have ever seen in crypto history. And naturally, when these sorts of things happen, these big pullbacks and capitulations that lead to overextensions on most of your indicators, you are going to see some sort of reversal and recovery relief rally at some given point. It's not guaranteed, and the major player that's been dumping on us could keep dumping us even lower, but it is becoming more and more likely that some sort of at least relief comes soon, and hopefully that relief comes sooner than later because we need it, and we need it like right now, okay? So I'll keep you updated. All hope is not lost for some further pushback up towards the top side, but it is becoming much, much, much less likely, especially if Bitcoin's price loses the golden zone, okay? This is my trigger point. This is where my bias starts to flip, so I'll keep you guys updated as it does play out. But currently speaking, I'm not doing too much. I did do my purchases while we were in the golden zone, or while we are, I guess, are in the golden zone. So I'm not doing any more buying right now. My purchase is already done for the golden zone. So the game plan remains the same. Do we use that golden zone purchase to push back up to some of our take profit levels? Or do we continue lower to our next accumulation zone, at which point I would do an even bigger purchase? So right now is not the time to do anything. It's either taking profit at 100K or I'm buying a lot at 74 to 70K. Those are the two things that I'm getting prepared to do right now that I've done my purchase here, okay? So I'll keep you updated as this all does play out. Make sure you stay safe out there and watch incredibly closely what happens here at 83K, because guys, trust me when I tell you, it's extremely important. I'll see you all very, very soon in the next one.